Welcome back, guys. Welcome to another video of The Bishop, where I tell some crazy stories from pretty much my childhood up to now. Some crazy lores. My children are going to love me when I'm older. Anyways, so I'm get right into it today. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and like the video. Comment on what I can do better and what kind of stories you guys would love to hear in the future. Trust me, I have all kinds of stories to keep this going. Alright, so today I'm gonna get to the story about when I was 7 and how my own father at the age of 7 introduced me to the devil's lettuce. It's a crazy story, but let's get into it. So, I think it started off with Christmas night, yeah. Santa Claus was supposed to come. I'll get into all this right now. So, Santa Claus was supposed to come. Usually, most families make their Santa Claus cookies and milk. Well, to be fair, my mother's in jail, and my father is trying to buy drugs and all that good stuff. So he's like, I'm not gonna waste my money to go out and buy some milk and cookies that I'm gonna eat. And I looked at him with the craziest stare ever, like, you eat Santa Claus cookies and milk? Bro. And then, so he was like, let's just make him what we got here. And the only thing we had here was half a carton of eggs and some hot chocolate packets. So he said, son, you're going to learn how to cook tonight. I looked at him and I was like, I'm 7. He was like, you're going to learn to cook tonight. So, whether you guys believe it or not, you guys won't believe it, but I cooked that night. Hell yeah, I did. I cooked some eggs. That's what I did. I cooked some good eggs, though. So, I would got me a little pan, and I got me like a spatula, and I cracked these eggs. Couple of shells went in the eggs, but like, as a 7-year-old, I don't care. Santa Claus is gonna eat this, not me. He's still bringing me my presents. So, I cook them up some eggs, and I'm going, and I go till they look good. I put salt and pepper on them. I'm putting hot sauce in them, and I thought this was gonna be the good thing ever, best thing ever. Well, I made probably the crappiest eggs ever, realistically. Then my brother was over there. He was making the hot chocolate, but he made cold hot chocolate. I don't even want to talk about it, to be honest. So we set it up in the middle of the table. We make it look all fancy. Our dad, he puts ketchup over the eggs. We go to bed. And then he comes in his underwear and he's like, what are you guys doing? And then I'm like, I want Santa Claus to come, Dad. I'm waiting. He was like, no, come out here. So we go out and he showed us the devil's lettuce bong. And he was like, I'm gonna teach you guys how to use this. And I looked at him, my jaw dropped. And I was like, I want to learn how to use that. So that's exactly what I did then. I wanted to learn how to use it. So he showed us. He took his devil's lettuce lighter. He took it to the bong, and he showed us. He was like, you gotta suck, alright? You really have to suck. Hold it in. You need to hold it in. You hear me, Bishop? Do you hear me, Bishop? You need to hold it in. Is your brother listening? Hold it in, and then cough. And then you're going to keep coughing, and then you're going to calm it down. And I looked at him, and yeah, okay. So, that's exactly what I did. I almost died at 7 years old. I thought I was going to die that night, to be honest. I felt like I was turning purple. I was on the ground. I was on my knees coughing, and he comes up. He was like, are you good? And he starts pounding me on the back, and I was like, oh my gosh, my father's going to kill me. Physically and mentally. Well, so my brother tries. He probably came closer to death than I did. Yeah, we only did one time because I feel like if I did another one, he might have actually been taking me to a hospital and explaining that story to a doctor, which would have been kind of funny. But then after, he was like, I'm hungry, but I don't want to make anything. And I looked at him, and he was looking at Santa Claus's eggs. And I was like, oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh, cheese and rice. This is bad. And then he ate Santa Claus's eggs and cold chocolate milk. Hot chocolate, which was cold. Right in front of me. I was like, oh my gosh, Santa Claus is not going to drop off our presents. He's just not. There's no way he comes tonight. Well, you guys won't believe it, but I went to bed that night. I prayed for Santa Claus, and I was like, Santa Claus, I'm sorry that my father got the munchies and he decided to eat your eggs and cold hot chocolate. Please forgive me and still bring me my presents. I woke up that morning. I went, oh yeah, we didn't have a tree either. We were too cheap to buy a tree, so they went under the couch. But I looked under the couch, and I think Santa Claus was mad at us because our father ate his eggs and cold chocolate. Because there wasn't presents in the house at all. Not even like a stocking. Not even coal. My trucker couldn't even bring us coal. But I was like, Dad, I think Santa Claus was bad that you ate his eggs and cold chocolate because he didn't bring us presents. And then he was like, oh no, Santa Claus just comes later this year. He's probably going to come in like July or June, to be honest, Bishop. He wasn't able to make it to every house last night. And I looked at him with the most disgusted look on my face. And I was like, so I'm not going to get my Xbox 360 with the 3 Lego sets I just asked for along with new clothes? And he looked at me, and he was like, I got an Xbox One. He brings out this most beautiful and smexy Xbox One ever. Just came out. And I was like, okay. I've never hooked up a game station up to my box TV so quick. It was a box TV. That's what they were selling back then. Or that's the only thing my parents could afford. But anyways, so I hook up this Xbox One to my big old box TV, and I'm loving it. I'm downloading Lego Superheroes 2. I'm so excited to play it. But I also forgot that my parents are also too cheap for the internet and Wi-Fi. So he was like, oh, you need Wi-Fi to play this and download games. And I looked at him and just imagine a 7-year-old Bishop almost crying. I looked at him and I went, what? He was like, yeah, I had to go switch it out. So mind you, this is like $500 at the time. Xbox 360 is $100. This mother trucker sells my Xbox One right in front of me. Right in front of me. He takes me to the store with him, sells it. He gets $430 for it. And he buys me an Xbox One for $120. I was like, bruh. And he wasn't even nice enough to buy games either. We just got the 360. Just Xbox 360. That's all we got. And then he was like, here you go, enjoy. I looked at him. I was like, Dad. He was like, yeah. I was like, we don't have games. He was like, oh, you gotta wait till next paycheck. Mind you, he hasn't worked in like 3 months. His paycheck hasn't came since, what is it? It's like December. It hasn't even came since August. And he wants me to wait till the next paycheck. I was like, okay. I waited for that paycheck, guys. His next paycheck didn't come till I was like 9. But anyways, I enjoyed the free games you could get on Xbox 360 at that time. But long story short, guys, Santa Claus did not come that June or July. Matter of fact, he didn't come the next year either, but that's okay. That's a story for another day. But he thought if he fed us devil's lettuce, it would make us feel better. But guys, don't trust someone to sell your game station and get you a better deal. And don't ever trust an unemployed person to show you how to use devil lettuce, because moral of the story does not work out in the end, guys. Well, that's my interesting childhood story on learning how to use a bong with the devil's lettuce lighter and nearly dying, and Santa Claus not even showing because we ate up his eggs, all of his eggs. Yeah, I feel bad for Santa Claus myself. I would have messed them eggs up. but my father did. Anyways, that's the end of the story. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what kind of stories you guys would like to hear in the future. I'll be dropping a video Monday and then that following Friday. So please stay tuned and yeah, let me know what I can do better. I'm out. See you guys.